Hi. How are you? How was your week? Was it a good week? It was a good week. I was thinking, which I do too much of, I was thinking about, a long time ago I was in a Bible study. And one of the people who were at the Bible study said, God has a plan for everyone. God has a giant plan, and we need to be part of it and accept it. And I thought about that for a while, because that's a pretty strong way to think. And I thought, I don't know. Because what about the really bad things that happened? Like, what about my mom got hurt? She got hit by a car, and it changed her life. Is that something that was part of God's plan? When you lose a friend, is that part of God's plan? When people lose their jobs and can't get another one and find themselves homeless, is that part of God's plan? So I kind of went to the Bible, and when I looked it up in the Bible, I found a passage in John 7, verse 17. If anyone chooses to do what God wants, then he will know that my teaching comes from God. He will know that this teaching is not my own. So in that, it says, if anyone chooses to do what God wants, meaning we have a choice. We have a choice of how we handle things. We have a choice of staying behind a person on the highway and being safe, or zooming around and cutting them off. We have a choice of eating too much sugar or just the right amount of sugar. We have a choice. Now, if we have a choice, what happens to God's plan? It's very confusing, right? I know. I'm very confused. So I thought, all right, let me pare this down to the bare minimum. Seems to me, if God had a plan and it was carved in stone, and that's it, that's the plan, then why do we have to be here? Why are we part of this? Because we're just doing what He wanted us to do anyway. However, what if God has a plan? But He's flexible. What if God has a plan like, I want somebody to learn a lesson, so if they decide to, let's not go there. God has a plan. I think I believe that. I think God has a plan. I also believe that I have a choice to follow that plan, believe that plan, not follow it, not believe it the way it is. I have choices. I think John told us that. We have a choice. So what if it's this? It's very comforting to think that God has a plan and everything turns out okay in the end. But I think I need more. I think I need to be able to choose how I fit into that plan and what my actions are within that plan. I don't know. This I know. I believe the way I believe. I believe that God is right here for me. I believe that He will help me through. The pastor calls that grace. I also believe if I screw up and make the wrong choices, He's going to help me through and help me to make better choices. So maybe what's happening is God had a thought. He designed this world. He had a plan for how it was going to go through the years. And then he created people. And he put into their heads the ability to make a choice, so that as things come up, his plan can change. Does this make any sense? I don't know. As we make our choices, what maybe was supposed to happen changes. By God allowing us to pick and choose what we do, what we think, what we feel, changes what he had originally in mind. And if that's true, then maybe he's okay with change. So God has a plan, and we are part of it. And we can change it as we go along. And as we change it, if we make the wrong decisions, we go to him and he helps us through. I don't know what this effect has on me as a person, except when bad things happen, if I truly believed that that was God's plan, that my friend died at a young age, then I would have no hope. But that he gives us grace and listens and allows us to make our own choices. Allows us to have our life go in the path that we have say in, that we can then, maybe he's not the one that made my friend die. Maybe what he is doing is helping my friend's family to cope, giving them strength and love and hope. When bad things happen to you and somebody says to you, it was God's plan, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if God planned bad things. That's what my mom says. My mom got hurt a long time ago, very badly. And I said, are you mad at God because he made this happen? And my mom said, I don't think God made this happen. I know God will get me through this. I think he helps me through it. He doesn't make the bad things happen, but when they do, he helps us through it. So when these really bad things happen to you, and they will, they always do, it's okay to pray. Even if you made the decision to go in that direction, even if you had something to do with the bad thing because of a choice that you made, he's still going to be there. This thing called grace, it's not a one-time gift. It's not a gift card for a certain amount of money. It's for everywhere, always. So, you make your choices. And when you choose to accept his grace and listen to him and ask him, he's there for you and me. I don't know if this was too confusing or over my head, but I really hope you got something from this. Just to know that when I screw up, he's there to help me figure it out and not screw up the next time. That's enough for me to know that I have help getting through all of this. So maybe the bottom line is not so much your free will or God's plan, but the grace. the gift, the backup that you got. Might not happen right away, might take a little time, but I think he's got this. He's going to get us through. He's got your back. All right. If this made no sense to you, let me know, okay? I love you. I miss you a lot, but we'll be together soon. Have a great week.